Hey guys, Sandy here, and I am back for Follow a Sketch Friday using my Kill a kit for the month of June. And I'm actually going to be using a Page Maps sketch. I'm going to be using this one down here. I have two photos that I'm going to be scrapbooking, and I'm definitely going to be using the black and white. I'm going to add touches of the light pink from my kit. I might add some other colors too. We'll see how it goes. So let's see what I can do. Okay, so I have some of the papers out, and I'm going to go ahead and map my photo. And I'm just going to go ahead and use this really light tan grid paper. I feel like I've got a whole bunch of lines going on with the black and white chevron and then the diagonal stripe. So why not add a grid paper in there too, because that's got a bunch of lines as well. So I'm just trying to figure out how wide I want this paper and then how long I want it to be. And I just kind of guess and go for it. Sometimes that's what you got to do. You just got to make it happen. And at first I think I'm following the sketch pretty closely. There are some deviations. Now this is a very old Anna Griffith just piece of pink paper. It's not even cardstock, but I do keep it in with my 8.5 by 11 cardstock because it reads as a cardstock to me. So it came from 2005, which is old for paper, especially in my stash, because I love me some paper. Now I'm just going to go ahead and get that down, and then I realized I wanted to gut this paper because I wanted to mat that little photo of my daughter in the pink paper as well. And I make a hot mess out of this. Look at that thing. As you guys know, I usually gut way beforehand, and I usually have my thoughts together. For some reason, this time, I can't even tell you. I don't know what I was thinking. I was just going for it, just doing it. I was sitting here waiting for the AC guy to get here. We had a issue with our AC, and they had to put a bunch of Freon in it, and they did some dye so that they would be able to see where the leak was, and the guy wasn't forthcoming at all. He didn't really know what was going on, and he had to talk to his boss before he could give me anything to go on. I don't know. It was just a really, really weird day, and I was distracted and not really paying attention, and I haven't been looking at the screen. So right now I'm adding some foam to the back of this photo, but it looks like you already figured that out, probably. I mean, you guys are pretty brilliant people. And all right, there we go. Just making sure it's evening. It's going to be one of those voiceovers, guys. Just making sure it is even. And then I thought I would go ahead and put this sparkle up at the top because that's where they have kind of the banner in the sketch, in the page map sketch. And I decided, no, you know what? I'm going to take this banner and just put it up here. And I mess around with it for a little bit, and I try to figure out the perfect spot, like how much photo is poking out of this banner, and where is it going to line up, and what am I going to use to cover this up, because the banner doesn't exactly match and line up. Oh, goodness. Sorry. The banner doesn't exactly match and line up on the paper, and I know I've got to cover it up and figure something out. So I just pop up a little teeny bit up on the foam because it is laying over top of the photo. And then I decide I'm going to use sparkle as my title. Right? No, I'm messing around. Get that sparkle back out. Oh, for a minute I think about whether or not I'm going to use the sparkly silver bits to make a heart. And I decide not to. And then I'm trying to figure out if sparkle will fit there, and it looks like it's going to fit great. So I'm going to go ahead and take that off, and this takes me entirely too long to actually do. So, surprise, you guys don't have to watch it. Yay! You're very welcome. Very, very welcome. So there it is. We got the title going down. I'm using a lot of these chipboard accents, and they're kind of like a soft and pretty feminine. And I'm pairing it with this black and white chevron in the background, which is not soft, but pretty. So it's exciting to me. Now this little green memories tab that came from the Jelly Bean Soup sticker sheet, I went ahead and used because there is a bit of green up there in that banner that I added. And the sketch has this tab over here on the left-hand side of the page. However, I was not feeling it on the left-hand side of the page. I decided that it needed to come up to the top of the page where I have the memories label. So I go ahead and I get that on there, and I'm just trying to figure out where I should put the memories tab over here exactly. And there it goes, and I'm super happy with the way that looks. And then I have this beautiful floral chipboard, and I'm really excited about this. As much yawning as I'm doing right now, you wouldn't think I was very excited about this chipboard, but believe you me, I am super excited about this chipboard. So I'm pairing this chipboard, which is kind of like a raw matte finish, with this chipboard from this Thickers pack, and I'm not exactly sure what the name of it is, which is more like a sticker on top of a thicker background, and it's smooth, and it's not matte, and it's not super glossy. I would say it's like a satin finish if we're going. So if my floral right here that I'm working with, this chipboard, is an eggshell and paint finishes, I would say that these thicker ones that I'm using right now, and then down there on the bottom of the page as well, is probably a satin. I wouldn't even say it's a semi-gloss. So I add a little bit more adhesive because that's what I do. I can't be bothered to put enough adhesive on my stuff to stick it down once. I have to add it later. And there's actually a method to that madness. I only put enough adhesive down to stick it to the page and get it to do what I want it to do. And then I might go back. Most of the time I would say I would go back and add some more adhesive. And that's because I pick up stuff and I move stuff around so much that I really can't put all the adhesive that I want to use down, or, it would be a whole big mess and I'd be tearing apart stuff. Way more than that little bit of tearing underneath of that pink paper that I did. So I'm going through and I decide, you know what? I haven't used any of my Prima flowers in a while, and I still have a good hunk of them. Now, way back in the day of MSN groups, we had a scrapbooking group, and we did a group buy for Prima flowers. And oh man, that was a pain in the butt. I don't think we bought them directly from Prima. I think we were doing them from an online store. And I had to pull I'm one of the managers of a very highly successful MSN scrapbooking group, and blah, 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 blah. All our people are stupid excited to be getting the flowers, and all you're doing is holding on to them. And we eventually got the flowers, and we eventually got them out to the people, the members. But what a pain. Man, I haven't thought about that in a long, long time. So anyway, these flowers are still some of those. And I have some of them in empty old spice jars, and I have some of them in old Prima bottles. And I just have a little bit of cardstock on the top because I keep them in the bottom of a Raskog cart. And I have the colors on the top, so I can just glance down and grab a color. So it was really easy to grab the pink and the blue. And then I did not make you watch me pick out all of the flowers and where they were going to go, and never fear, I'm not going to make you watch me poke holes through all the paper and adhere the flowers. But I did want you to see where I had originally decided to use these enamel dots from Pink Fresh Studio. And it just wasn't the look I was going for. It wasn't the feel of it. Those are definitely shiny and glossy, and my brads here are definitely more of a eggshell finish than than like a super gloss like those enamel dots. So that makes me happy. So I like these. I like the white centers of the flowers. So it's making me happy. It's making me happy. And then I'm just going to figure out where exactly I want this teal flower to go, because I need it to be far enough over the photo and the S so it kind of nestles there and it's not just some random like piece. And there you go. You're welcome. I did not make you watch me put brads through all of those flowers. Now, I wanted to cover up something on this heart bottom right here because it had the number 30 and it just didn't feel right. So I decided to use one of these Gossamer Blue tiny word phrase stickers, and ouch, 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 ouch. I just hit my hand and ouch, broke my nail. Okay, and I'm thinking about adding some more, and then I decide no, it doesn't need more. It looks good the way it is. Now I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, do I need another title? Like, is sparkle a decoration or is sparkle the title? And I decide that sparkle is the title. And I go back to those enamel dots that I had originally tried using in the flowers. Now, the stickiness of them is gone. I couldn't stick it back on the backing sheet, so that's why I'm using them right now, if I'm completely honest, because I didn't want to get rid of them, because, you know, these enamel dots are not cheap. So I'm just going to use some Zots to stick down the bottom right here, pop it on there, get the glue dot going, and place it right on the page. And then I'm going to adjust the sizing of these enamel dots. Up here at the top, I have a medium one and two tiny ones, and I'm like, nope, I need to adjust this. I bring a tiny one down to the bottom, and then there we go. Got them all situated there. And now I have some different sizes, and of course I do my little thing where I push it down into the paper to make sure that the adhesive will stick. And I keep messing with it. And I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, does it need anything? Nope, it doesn't. There it is, guys. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.